Hello, today is part two of selling a home in a seller's market. We're going to look at pricing strategies, and we're going to ask the question, do you really need a realtor to do this part of the transaction? My name is John McConnin. I'm an attorney broker. I'll get a little bit, maybe some of my experience will come out when I talk about things that we learned during the short sale process. But here's the pyramid it's pretty common. NAR put it out, and they're saying percentage of buyers who will look at the property. And for seller's sake, let's just use this as a mental framework or conceptual framework, and let's just talk about actually what they'll pay for the property. And this is like the buyer's pool on this side. This is the asking price on that side. So a very small percentage of buyer pool will overprice a property. They might be interested in that specific property, maybe because it's near family, maybe because it's near schools. They also have to be highly qualified because they're not going to get a loan for that full value, so they're going to have to augment whatever they can get in a loan if they're using financing. They're going to have to augment that with cash. So this is a very specific, somewhat small buyer pool in most circumstances. If you're going even 10% or higher above, you need to plan ahead of time how you're going to market to those people, how you're going to find that pool, how you're going to keep them in the transaction, how you're going to close. We'll do that in another video. Negotiating and closing, there's specific ways to get people, if they want to pay overpriced, to still get them to close, but you also have to get the pool. You have to market to the type of pool, the type of buyers that are willing to overpay. That's not what normal realtors do. That's not what normal realtor things are planned, and it's not what normally happens. What normally happens is sometimes realtors get lucky. They underprice below fair market value. They get lots of people out to the property, and then it's up to them and the homeowner to negotiate well to pull them through fair market value or go above. That sometimes happens by mistake, and that's what I'm seeing on the market here. When you're seeing 3 days on the market, 3 days on the market, 6 days on the market, 1 day on the market, 2 days, 8 days. This is Rancho Bernardo. We have seen the same thing in part one, San Diego, Poway, and 92009 in Carlsbad. I've been seeing this all over for years now. You see a little more in the spring, in the fall, but you can still see it in the fall. And what's happening in a lot of these circumstances is these properties were probably overpriced. Now, we're hoping that some of the realtors were good at negotiating with multiple offers. Multiple offers might have come in. They were negotiating, and they found a way to get buyers to pay through the property. But that takes a skilled negotiator, well-informed clients, and actually well-informed buyers of the process. You just don't want to go final and best. That's going to scare people away. There's lots of things. We'll go into that in multiple negotiation videos. California Association of Realtors hired me at a seminar to train realtors on how to negotiate multiple offers. I have a lot of experience with that from all the short sales I did. There were always multiple offers coming in. We learned a lot about pricing and how, if you jack up buyers and you don't get them invested in the process, sure, they'll win. They want to win, but then they'll find ways out. They'll have buyers remorse. They'll find ways out. So there's a lot to that. But my point is, if you're marketing at a price that brings in that many offers that early, these less than a week offers, did you really need to then pay 6% on top of that to realtors? Yes. The MLS will bring in a bigger buyer pool, but if you were to say 4, 5, 6%, probably 5 is on average, maybe 6. You could say 5 or 6% and maybe hire an attorney like me. I'm also an attorney. You pay me a flat fee like $3,000 or give me a call. We'll negotiate. You can explain what you need to go on. The lawyer side of me, very, very interested in helping you out whatever way you want to do it. I can customize the process for you. We can come up with a fair price. I like flat fees because it almost always turns out to be more work than the client anticipated. But we can keep the flat fees reasonable, and you can have the best of many worlds in that circumstance because you're not paying a big fee. You make a good price. You use social media to get it out there. You market to the neighbors, and you'll get the price sold because like this pyramid's showing you, if the price is low enough, you're going to get a lot of offers. If the price is high enough, that's where I think a realtor becomes useful. But if you're selling this weekend somewhere, either you're not getting buyers to pay, you marked it too low and buyers are willing to pay that price very quickly. Or maybe your realtors also didn't negotiate multiple offers well. But if you're seeing 3s and 6s and 1s and 0s and 4s and 5s, that's most likely a lot of money on the table. So that's what today's video was about. It was about the pricing pyramid, the pool of buyers, and at some point, if you're going to price it low enough, you have to ask the question, what am I hiring the realtor for? And is paying them 2.5% or 3% for each side too much? John McConnin, Give me a call. Oh, by the way, that's the whole point of this, really. I hope you come to the website. I hope you like what you're seeing. I hope you give me a call and we can talk real estate. Not a high pressure situation, but I think because of my experience and the fact that I'm an attorney and I negotiate well, because it's not just about pricing strategy, it's the whole thing. It's communication, it's integrity. I think I can really help you. But even if you already have a realtor you want to work with, or for some reason you don't want me to be your listing agent, I have a realtor transaction management plan too. Contact me. We can then work out a, let's say I'll work for you. You don't have to pay me any cash. I'll refer it out to the realtor or realtors in your area that you want to work with. I can really do this anywhere in California. And I'll get a fee as your advisor. I'll be your consultant. I will be there if you have problems, legal problems, in terms of advising. I'm not going to go to court for the flat fee or a percentage fee or a referral, but I can advise you. I can help you write letters when there's sometimes title holds things up, sometimes escrow. People make unreasonable demands. I can't tell you how many people have misconceptions of what the real estate contracts really say. So we can work on that. We can work, make sure your realtor is doing their best to get you top dollar. We have lots of strategies we can go over. So give me a call. Let's talk real estate. John McConnin, favoriterealestate.com. I'll give you this number rings to my cell directly. It's a Google Voice number, 760-896-4663. Thanks. Hello, my name is John McConnin. I'm an attorney and a real estate broker, and I'm going to tell you what I've been seeing in the market lately, and really for the last few years. I'm seeing a lot of money being left on the table by a lot of sellers. Now, how do we know this? Well, I know it because I participated in transactions, and I've seen how realtors are handling a seller's market in a suboptimal manner. But this is evidence. Now, not every transaction is going to be proof that it was handled poorly, but you will see, you'll get a feel when you see these numbers. For instance, this is 92009, homes sold since being listed January 1st, 2016. It's now early April. 6 days on the market, 4 days on the market, 1 day, 2 days, 6 days, 7, 3, 0, 5, 5, 5, 7, 6, 5. We can scroll down. You're going to see 3, 3, 6, 5, 4 pockets. And this is not necessarily, I don't even know why it's listed on I didn't filter on anything. This is just all the properties pulled up by the MLS. But just to show you that I'm not cherry picking, let me go over to 92009, where I used to live, and I recently sold a home. Let me hit search. It's going to take a second. We've got 4, 3, 5, 1, 5, 3, 4. Some of those are better. 5, 3, 7, 7, 3, 5, 5, 4. So what I'm saying is that there's no golden rule. I can't tell you the exact amount of time that's necessary, but you're going to want to see a weekend in there. You're going in a market with a lot of demand like this, you want to give time for the best offers to percolate up. You want to put in place a process where the buyers are informed and they trust the process, so they're comfortable making offers. You want to find a way to keep realtors invested in the transaction as well, because even after the best offer surfaces and comes to the table, if they feel like they're paying a lot, buyers are sometimes not that loyal to the transaction, and there's 17 outs or so in a contract after inspections is the major one. Sometimes they do an inspection, they come back and they try to negotiate a better price. I'm going to tell you the best strategy I know that I'm not going to say completely eliminates all those issues, but tamps them down to almost like a non-issue. It's a tremendous strategy. I'd love to share it with you. Just give me a call. No obligation. Give me a call. I'll talk real estate with you. You just say, hey, what's that strategy you were talking about on the net? And I will tell you. I will explain it to you. That's why I'm not putting it on the net. It needs a little bit of background. But when you hear it, you'll be like, why don't you'll also know why other realtors don't tell you about it. That's the funny thing. When I explain the strategy to you, you're going to absolutely understand what's going on. And then if you still want to try to talk another realtor into using this strategy, great. No obligation. You don't have to work with me. But just give me a call and we'll talk about it. Or, I also, if you're on my website at favoriterealestate.com, there's going to be plenty of places where you can send me a message via email or give me a call or send me a text. But do it. I'll call you back. If you call me and I don't pick up, it's 760-896-4663. Just leave a message. I'll call you back. That's not a call capture number. That's a real number that it tracks me down. It's Google Voice. It rings through to me. If I don't pick it up on my cell, it'll go right into the message. I'll call you back very quickly. Just say, hey, I saw the video. I want to talk to you about a few things. All right, John McConnin, favoriterealestate.com. Thanks.